morning, everyone, and welcome into the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We have Commissioner Ann Taylor raising concerns over future data centers. SJSO warns of FBI impersonation scams. A radio institution has a new owner, and a new Indian fast food chain is coming to the county. We'll get to all that more, but first we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's been a St. Augustine tradition built on trust, family values, and doing things the right way. For 75 years, generations of drivers have relied on Bozard for quality vehicles and honest service. With over 1,200 vehicles to choose from, no surprise pricing, and the Drive Happy guarantee, Bozard makes car buying truly effortless. That's the Bozard difference. Their award-winning, state-of-the-art facility features 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no-appointment maintenance, over 40 mobile service vans to bring the Bozard difference to you, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the prestigious Triple Crown Award and President's Award, Bozard Ford Lincoln delivers hometown service with national-level excellence. You'll find friendly faces, great pricing, and a better buying experience just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We have Old Town Trolley, Ben 39 Wine Bar, B&S Signs, Canaan Law Attorneys, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, and Sonny's Barbecue. You can support all of our wonderful sponsors and support us with your likes, comments, and shares. You can subscribe on YouTube and Rumble and download our app from the Apple App Store. All right. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Yeah, it's weekend eve.
It is.
Yeah, we're all excited about weekend eve.
We're always excited about weekend eve.
Yeah.
Oh, weekends.
Blake, you're excited about weekend eve, right?
Yes, I am excited about weekend eve.
Yes. It's shaping up that I'm going to have to work a lot over the weekend. So, but I can work from my pajamas with my pajamas on over the weekend. So we'll see.
Yeah, I can work from my pajamas. They just don't like it in the office a whole lot.
You don't wear anything to sleep.
Good point.
I have it on good authority.
Good point.
You're right.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's why they don't like me in my pajamas.
That's why you sleep on the couch.
So.
Oh, yeah. Do we have a question of the day?
Question of the day. Today is National Tourism Day. All right. So National Tourism Day. Where is a location that you felt the most like a tourist in the United States?
In the United States.
Yeah. 'Cause usually I feel like I just kind of blend in.
Yeah.
And I don't always feel like a tourist, but there's certain areas where.
Mm-hmm. Well, the most surprising one is that because even though I grew up in the South and the panhandle of Florida is legitimately the South and real Southern accents exist in, panhandle all the way to over here. Mm-hmm. And so, but I grew up around military bases. And so I just never had a strong Southern accent. And so people in the South would say I don't sound Southern. And then people in the North they kind of ignore my accent. They didn't really know where I was from based on my accent. The most surprising was traveling out west and going towards, Yellowstone National Park on a road trip with my grandparents. And my grandparents sounded very Southern. And then I stuck out like a sore thumb. And I did not expect that at all. Mm-hmm. I mean, their accent is different. It was different for me to hear, but they couldn't understand me. And I've never had that happen before. Wow. Trying to order a grilled cheese sandwich and a hot chocolate, which weirdly is what I ordered that whole trip whenever we went to a restaurant.
Yeah.
I was like,
first off, they understood you. They just didn't believe someone was actually ordering that.
Grilled cheese sandwich and a hot chocolate. How does that sound weird? But
hot chocolate. Why would you have a hot chocolate?
I don't know. I was in a car the whole time, so I guess I felt like I needed a warm beverage.
Was it freezing?
Before bed. No, I mean, there was snow when we went through Colorado. Okay. But we were in like an old Cadillac, and my brother was on one side of the car, and I was on the other side, and we put a suitcase between us to give us a little bit of space. Mm-hmm. But my brother was early teens, and I was in that tween stage. And for some reason, I decided that was my meal for that trip. But I had never felt more out of place because I could understand them, but they would ask me to repeat myself a lot, and I couldn't understand why.
Yeah. No.
It was very weird.
Okay. All right.
Like Missouri, Arkansas.
So Midwest.
Yeah,
kinda
like
that area.
Missouri, Colorado, like that area. They kept asking me to repeat.
Southern Midwest.
Yes,
Okay.
it's weird.
Blake, what about you?
I'm gonna go a little bit more specific and say the left field bleachers at Wrigley Field because because like, just being there at the game like for like the first time I was like, oh yeah, I was gonna do all this and I was like, wait, what the hell are you guys doing? I was like, oh
Yeah.
Yeah,
we kind of had to blend in.
Yeah.
So.
and plus we had to hide our Reds allegiances pretty good.
Yeah.
And
We rooted for the Cubs. They were playing the Brewers.
yeah.
So we rooted for the Cubs. So
Okay.
and our rule is if the Reds are playing, we root for the Reds. Mm-hmm. And if the Reds aren't playing, we root for whoever the home team is.
Safe bet.
You know, just to kind of enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
But that raises a big question though, Dad, because when we go to Dodger Stadium, are we gonna wait until the Reds play?
I'm gonna have a tough time rooting for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like a lot of their players though. I mean, I like Mookie Betts. I like Freddie Freeman. I mean, and Ohtani. I mean, they got a lot of guys that play the game the way I like to see the game played. So, you know, I might be able to set it aside. I don't know. We'll
When
see.
did the
We'll see when
Dodgers
we
leave
get there.
New
I
York?
doubt. I might be like, yeah, we're gonna root for him, and then when I get there, it's like, no, I can't do it. I just can't do it.
When did the Dodgers leave New York?
Like in the late 50s?
50s.
50s? All
Brooklyn.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 57.
I think 58.
All right.
Was it 58? Okay. Their last season was 57. They moved there in 58. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. And similar to you, or opposite of you, not similar to you, I had to lose my Southern accent.
Okay.
And I assimilate a lot of times to where I'm at.
You pick up accents.
My accent, I'll like in New York, I'll speak kind of New Yorkish. And in Tennessee, Blake found out I have a very Southern accent, but that's the way my family sounds.
Yeah.
You know, everyone in my family sounds that way. And I, when I knew I was going to go in the business world, I purposely tried to lose and do a neutral accent. And when I'm tired, if I've been drinking or if I'm around other Southern people, it comes out very strong.
Yeah.
But I don't hear it. But I think as far as feeling like a tourist, I think it was my first time in New York City.
Okay.
You know, it was just so much and so big and so many people. And I was by myself in New York City, and it was like, wow, this is a different world.
Yeah.
It felt complete. I mean, and I didn't travel as a kid. I mean, my vacations revolved around playing baseball.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, we didn't have vacations. It was like, oh, I have a tournament this weekend.
Yeah.
That was it. So I didn't get to see a whole lot until I was an adult and traveling around playing ball and stuff like that. But my first visit to New York City, I actually caught myself walking like this. And I was like, I'm gonna get hit over the head. I had to really kind of concentrate on not being mesmerized by the city.
Yeah.
So,
Keep her cool. Keep her cool.
yeah, be cool about it. Be cool about it. Yeah, and Kenny, you do still have your Kentucky accent.
100%.
Yeah.
So I went to college in New York, and I got to go into the city a fair amount. And the coolest time I got to go into the city, it was, I don't know, I probably boarded a train at 3:30, and I'm on the LIRR, and I get off the subway in Times Square, and it was when the sun was just coming up, and so I was there for sunrise. And the only people on the street were the doormen who were sweeping in front of the properties and like the business owners and little shops. And so it was just me and, you know, the business owners and or staff. And so I had pretty much had Times Square to myself. And that was the most magical, that was the most mystified I was with the city when I was looking up like, what?
Yeah, and that's about the same time frame. And
Yeah.
then like I saw it, and it's like the city came alive. Like it actually had a pulse in the evening, and it was like, oh,
Yeah.
I could visit here.
Yeah.
There was no way in my mind could I live, but that was the
Yeah.
most touristy I think I've ever felt, because I feel like I assimilate, you know. And in Hawaii, I didn't enjoy Hawaii because it was I was running a national softball tournament there, and so I was with a lot of locals, and a very prejudiced
Locals do not like.
area
Not like
for sure. They don't like their tourists.
No, they don't.
So,
They are not happy about their tourists.
So.
Was it Howleys?
Howley.
They don't like Howleys.
Yeah. Well, usually there's a adjective in front of it. Something to Howleys. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. All right, now it's time for a quick check of the weather.
It is going to be swamp ass hot.
That quick check of the weather brought to you by Ben 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's hidden gems, Ben 39, located inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street, with over 95 boutique wines, including 50 rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker. Ben 39 is perfect for a date night or unwinding after work. Enjoy wines by the glass or the bottle in a peaceful courtyard setting with live music adding to the atmosphere. Open daily 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop in and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Ben 39, your taste to discover. All right, buckle up, baby, as I hit the Blake's traffic report.
All right, traffic's moving fine out there on 95 today, and also we have the A1A cam on courtesy of St. Augustine Live.
Lower left corner. It does not look like it is moving fine.
I intentionally paused it because if you notice right there is an All Elite Wrestling truck that's driving down south because they have an event down in West Palm Beach.
All right. Exciting.
Wrestling nerd.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. In case you didn't know.
Okay.
That's Shad Khan's
Shad Khan's wrestling team.
wrestling Federation.
All right. That hit the Blake's traffic report brought to you by Old Town Trolley. Climb aboard the Old Town Trolley and explore over 500 years of St. Augustine history in the most fun and flexible way possible. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and more than 100 points of interest, including the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Potter's Wax Museum. Enjoy open-air views all day, hop-on, hop-off access, plus free parking at the old jail and welcome centers with your ticket. When the sun goes down, experience the city's spooky side with the Ghost and Gravestones tours. Local ride free with the full fare guest through hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine, one stop at a time. Moving into the news. We played the shell game with the stories today, so now I don't know what's coming.
Yeah, we moved some stories around.
Yeah. Sheriff's Office warns of FBI impersonation scam targeting St. Johns County residents. Law enforcement is warning residents about a frightening phone scam making the rounds, and it has hit close to home. St. Johns County Sheriff's Office says scammers are posing as law enforcement officers, including FBI agents, to frighten and pressure local residents into handing over money or personal information. In one recent case, a resident received a call from someone claiming to be an FBI agent. The caller used fear and urgency to pressure the victim into telling the agent. They even went so far as saying that the agent was on their way to pick them up. Sheriff's Office wants residents to know that this is not how real law enforcement operates. Legitimate agencies, including the FBI, will never call to demand immediate action or threaten arrest over the phone. They will never claim they are on the way to pick someone up without prior official contact. They will never ask for payment or personal information over the phone, and they will never involve a resident or their money in a so-called sting operation. If you receive a suspicious call, the Sheriff's Office says stay calm. Scammers count on panic and urgency to get victims to act without thinking. Hang up immediately, verify the call by contacting the agency directly using an official phone number, talk to a trusted friend or family member before taking action, and never give out personal information or financial information over the phone. The Sheriff's Office notes that senior residents are among those most frequently targeted by this type of scam. To report a suspicious call, contact St. Johns County Sheriff's Office at 904-824-8304. You can also reach SJC Seniors vs. Crime at 904-209-1432 to request a fraud prevention presentation or assistance. The Sheriff's Office put it simply, if something feels off, it probably is. This literally just happened to my friend.
Wow.
He told me like a week and a half ago that this happened, and he's a doctor. He has his own doctor's office, and he gets called on his cell phone while he's at the office, and they're claiming to be the FBI. They're claiming that they have charges for him. They're coming to pick him up, and they start pressuring him. So he starts looking out his office windows, and he sees like a white van with people looking towards his building. He sees other people like dressed in official looking
Talking into
suits
their
and
wrist.
whatever, like having a little meeting a little bit down the street and pointing towards his building. And so he's starting to think like, okay, well, maybe I might be getting arrested today. But he goes out and he kind of knocks on the van's window and he's like, hey, what you doing today? And they're like, oh, we're here because the power lines, there's something with the power lines. And then the other people were talking about like repaving an alley by his building.
But he had him so
But
paranoid.
they had him paranoid on the phone.
And this is a doctor.
And he's like, wow, this is a sting operation. And this is a doctor. And so at that point, once he talked to these other people, he's like, yeah, no, if you're going to arrest me, come and arrest me. And he just hangs up the phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they had him going there for a minute.
I'll be right here.
Yep. You know where to find me. So, you know, it can happen to
wild.
anybody. And I mean, especially they catch you in the middle of something
But they're so
else.
convincing.
Yeah.
They're so convincing. I mean, like, that's a very intelligent man who was like, okay, now I'm questioning
For
everything.
about a minute and a half, they had him going. So, I mean, definitely reach out. Always never take their phone number and only contact them that way. Google the agency that they claim they come from and find the actual real phone number and call them back. Yeah, just don't listen to people on the phone claiming that you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Almost never getting told that you're in trouble on the phone.
Yeah. I'm always in trouble, so it doesn't bother me.
Well, she's not in an official office,
Yeah.
so she can tell you you're in trouble.
So,
All right. We've got big news at
Yes.
the oldest city's oldest radio station. 102.1 WFOY and 1240 AM has announced a change in ownership. A new chapter is beginning for one of St. Augustine's most storied institution, News Talk. I'm allergic to the letter S today. News Talk WFOY has a new owner, Cook Broadcasting LLC, led by co-presidents Jimmy Veralt and Charlene Cook, has officially acquired WFOY AM 1240 and 102.1 FM from Matt Krasinovich.
Good job.
Local Matters Broadcasting LLC. The Federal Communications Commission has approved the license transfer. WFOY has been a fixture in St. Augustine and St. Johns County for more than 89 years, making it the oldest running radio station in the nation's oldest city. Veralt says the new ownership is committed to continuing what has made WFOY special: local news, conservative talk, and deep community engagement. Cook Broadcasting's mission is simple. We will deliver the best sourced and accurate local information important to the daily lives of everyone who lives, works, or visits the historic and wonderful St. Augustine area, said co-president Charlene Cook. The outgoing owner, Matt Krasinovich, I did it, who has operated the station
better the first time, but you did it.
since 2021 following the death of previous owner Chris Phillips, reflected on the station's legacy with emotion. It has been an incredible honor to own and operate WFOY, Krasinovich said, adding that his late best friend Chris Phillips worked tirelessly to make the station a special part of this community. He expressed confidence that the new ownership will continue that tradition of staying local. Veralt says Cook Broadcasting has big plans with a major focus on high-level community engagement as they lead WFOY into its next chapter. WFOY continues broadcasting at AM 1240 and 102.1 FM right here in St. Augustine. All right. Anytime there's a merger, the fear is always that they're going to do what they did with the St. Augustine record.
well, and of course, Mike and I started at WFOY with
Yeah.
Chris Phillips and became friends with Matt and Chris and happy it's staying local. But this, 904 Now basically got its start. We met
Yeah.
Pete. We met Pete. Pete was our producer on the first show we did with Uncommon Ground.
Yeah.
So we have some attachment with WFOY, and we have a partnership during football at WFOY. Sounds like I got to make a phone call, make sure we still have that that partnership.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Matt. I know he's been trying because he's in the DC area and trying to run the business here, even though he's from here.
Yeah.
And him and Chris were best friends. So
Yeah.
I know it had to be a very emotional tie and that connection for them to do this. But congratulations,
Yeah.
and good luck to the new owners.
Yes. Awesome. All right. Gas Buddy Gas Reports. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like around you. We've got Sunoco at North Ponce de Leon Boulevard at $4.34. A1A Discount Beverage is at $4.52. Shell at 146 King Street's at $4.54. Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard's at $4.54. Gate at Mizell Road is $4.59. Gate at US 1 North is $4.59. Mobile and Circle K at South Ponce is $4.59. Circle K at US 1 North is $4.59. Circle K at 207 is $4.61. And that's the last one brave enough to report.
Just go Costco.
Gracious. Don't buy gas local. Everything else local, but not gas. That gas report is brought to you by the 904 Now merch store. Want to rep your local favorite and stay in the now? Check out the 904 Now merch store and show your support for St. Johns County's premier news and entertainment network. From shirts and hats to exclusive gear, it's a perfect way to stay connected to the community and represent where you're from. Whether you're watching the shows or out around the town, there's something for every fan. Shop the full collection today at the 904 Now app in the Apple App Store or online at 904nowmerch.myshopify.com. Got live music today. Jim Lamb's at Milltop Tavern at noon. Smoke and Joe Showers at Meehan's at 1 o'clock. Joshua Tennessee Worthy is at Bin 39 at 1 o'clock. Cliff Dorsey's at Pierre's Pub at 1. Riggy is at Bin 39 at 4 o'clock. Evan D is at Guy Harvey Resort, also 4. John Q is at Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Trevor Compton is at St. Augustine Shores Golf Club at 5. Hudson Vance is at Beaches at Volano at 5 o'clock. SMG is at Conch House at 5. Shyla Macaluso is at 17 King at 6 o'clock. Space Heaters is at Prohibition Kitchen at 6. Buddy Crump and Christian Powers are at Pierre's Pub at 6. St. Augustine Food and Wine Festival at Ancient City Farmsteads at 6:30. Tony Scazzaro is at Hyatt Place Volano Beach at 6:30. Ivan Smith is at Casa Divino 57 at 6:30. George Thorogood and the Destroyers is at the Amp at 7. Joseph Arthur is at Cafe 11 at 8. And Dewey Viaban is closing out the night at 9 o'clock at Tradewinds.
All right. Hopefully they reminded George Thorogood that he has to go over a bridge. He has the same problem I have. He doesn't like bridges.
Okay.
When he first came in, and I mean, he put on just a ridiculous. I mean, such a good performance.
Yeah.
That was going on 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
It was in '08. He was one of our first concerts. So it's 18 years ago. So he put on just a great performance when he was here. So
Yeah.
but he was mad at his personal manager that he didn't let him know that he had to go over a bridge.
You could have gotten him a boat.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know if he likes boats any better. So.
That music report is brought to you by Canaan Law Attorneys. When life takes an unexpected turn, trust the name St. Augustine has relied on for over 30 years, Canaan Law. Whether it's serious injury, criminal charge, family dispute, or civil litigation, their experienced attorneys provide compassionate guidance and aggressive representation every step of the way. Led by partners Patrick Canaan, Andrew Morgan, and Daniel Hilbert, the firm is known for trusted results and strong community roots. Free consultations are available for personal injury and criminal defense. Call 904-849-2266. Canaan Law, legal guidance you can count on when it matters most. All right, tapping into the trends. If you've followed me since the evening show, you'll know I was raised a Trekkie.
Mm-hmm.
I have been to Star Trek conventions. The classic stars on the show, I've met a lot of them. I've gotten to act in scenes in like little playhouse productions of scenes from shows. So I've got a soft spot in my heart for all things Star Trek. Mm-hmm. And when I read this story, my immediate reaction was real life Star Trek 4.
Oh, with the whales.
With the whales.
Yeah, the worst of all the
Which
Star Treks.
was my favorite movie.
That's
because
your favorite
I was a
movie?
dolphin trainer.
That was the worst
I
of
was
all
a
of them.
dolphin trainer, and I've got Star Trek, and I've got marine mammals. So it was everything I loved at that time when I saw it. Yes. So evidently, like the even Star Trek movies of the original run were considered the bad ones. Nobody let me know. I love Star Trek 4 because it was everything I loved.
That was by far the worst.
I don't care.
Even what was it? Multibon in his fake chest that they gave him was better. The Wrath of Khan was better than that one.
Khan. All right. We have a humpback whale nicknamed Timmy, who has been stranded since March in shallow waters off of the German coast. A rescue team on Saturday released from a barge in the North Sea a humpback whale that had been stranded in shallow waters near Germany since March. Nicknamed Timmy by German media, the whale was spotted swimming near Germany's Baltic Sea coast on March 3rd, far from its natural habitat in the Atlantic Ocean. The mammal's health deteriorated as it became repeatedly stranded in the shallow waters near the coastal city of Weismar, and unsuccessful efforts to coax the whale toward deeper water were live streamed around the globe. So then it became a trending story. Everyone was rooting for Timmy to find his way home. So the environmental minister in Germany, Germany's Mecklenburg Western Pomeranian state, I don't even know, he gave the green light for an attempt to save the whale proposed by a private initiative. This involved flooding a cargo truck and towing it. So they made a makeshift like pool in this cargo ship,
In a
and
container,
then a container ship, and they had tow trucks pulling this partially flooded ship so that Timmy could get to the North Sea in deeper water, in better temperatures for him, and more food options for him.
Well, you're saying tow trucks.
Like towboats. Like
Okay,
tugboats.
tugboats. Okay, not tow trucks. Okay, trucks have wheels.
Tugboats.
Okay,
Same thing.
No, it's not. Tugboats. Okay,
Ipso facto.
okay.
All right. So a member of the private initiative who was on site said the whale was released around 9 a.m. local time. According to the German news agency DPA, the agency reported that the whale was released 70 kilometers from the coast of Skagen, Denmark. Drone footage showed the whale swimming and spouting water near the barge, though it was not immediately confirmed that the animal was indeed Timmy. Might want to pay attention to those details. So there was a debate about whether Timmy made his choice being in the shallow water, and shouldn't we just let nature take its course and let Timmy die? Or should we take extraordinary actions to save Timmy? Obviously, the extraordinary actions side won. No one wanted to see Timmy die.
Timmy's back there
in the
next
shallow
week,
water.
leaving me.
I would agree with that.
If he comes back to that same spot, leaving me. Right now, congratulations on saving Timmy.
So they did release him with a GPS transmitter. So they are checking in on him via GPS transponder data. So Timmy is free. He's free because they partially flooded a cargo ship, and all I could think was Star Trek 4.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
There's better pictures here of the whole process.
don't whales mate for life? And
No.
if they don't?
No. There are very few marine mammals that make lifelong bonds for mating. Typically, marine mammals are kind of whatever's close.
Because I mean, this might be a old Florida's tale, but I mean, whales that beach themselves, they say sometimes that they've lost their mate. They'll do that. So that's not true at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not even close.
Okay.
So
No, I've heard that since I was a child. So
they
I was today years old when I learned that's not true.
So whales will beach themselves and dolphins will beach themselves for a number of reasons. They can be sick and they're just too weak to fight against the current and they get pushed towards the beach. They are speculating that there's like magnetism. Their navigation is off somehow, and they can get confused with inner ear things, with concussions from underwater explosions or loud noises underwater, and that can mess up their inner ear, and they can lose their navigational ability that way. So there's lots of reasons. If Timmy's young, Timmy might have just followed a school into shallow water, and then he was just stuck, and he had no way out.
Heard there was good food there.
Yeah, and so, I mean, you can see
You
in
think
some
the
of
other whales said to Timmy, "Can't park there"?
Well, they don't typically, humpback whales don't typically hang out in large groups when they're just meandering around. They usually converge together to have a big mating session, but they don't typically spend the rest of their year.
Ooh, a whale orgy.
You don't want to hang out in that water.
No.
There's a reason the ocean's salty.
Yeah. Oh man. That's more information than I really needed.
There you go.
I'm good to know that the whole beaching and
Yeah. That's
partnering
not
for life.
That's not a heartbreak thing.
Now to find out they have whale orgies.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I'm
Yeah.
actually,
I can tell you
Yeah.
more
I'm actually
details,
emotionally
but
crushed as a Floridian right now.
I can tell you more details, but they're
No,
not
please
family
don't.
No,
friendly.
please don't.
Please don't.
We definitely do. We definitely do not want more information about eyes wide shut but whales.
Yeah.
So if you want to hear those stories, you're going to have to find me out in the town and buy me a drink. All right,
Yeah.
Tap Into the Trends is brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds.
Meet at Ben 39.
When the unexpected happens, turn to the name St. Augustine Trust. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds available 24/7. Their experienced, compassionate team moves fast to help you or your loved one get out of jail and back home. They handle everything from paperwork to release with professionalism, discretion, and zero judgment. When every minute counts, remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245.
Choo-choo.
Back into the news, we've got Commissioner Ann Taylor raising possible concerns over data centers. The data center debate has officially arrived in St. Johns County, and commissioners are already divided on how fast to move. During Tuesday's County Commission meeting, Commissioner Ann Taylor raised the alarm about large-scale AI and data center facilities, urging the board to get ahead of the issue before any formal proposals land on the county's doorstep. Taylor painted a striking picture of what these facilities could mean for the community, asserting that a single modern AI data center can demand as much power as 100,000 residential homes, while also consuming massive amounts of water. She questioned how much local economic benefit these facilities actually deliver, noting that job creation from data centers tends to be limited. Pointing to Brevard County's decision to cut off property tax breaks for these massive facilities, Taylor introduced a motion directing county staff to draft an ordinance that would exclude data centers from tax incentives in St. Johns County. Not all commissioners are ready to move that quickly. Commissioner Clay Murphy said that while he shares Taylor's concerns and admitted he's not a big fan of data centers, he wants the facts before taking action. He noted conflicting information on both water usage and economic impact, including presentations suggesting a single data center could generate up to $200 million annually in tax revenue. Commissioner Christian Whitehurst echoed that caution, saying major policy decisions require solid information, not limited or informal sources. He asked county staff to prepare a formal briefing laying out the pros and cons of data centers. County Administrator Joy Andrews supported that approach, saying staff would provide an objective review of the issue. She also noted that the county currently has strong land use authority in place and is not reviewing any data center applications at this time. The message from the majority of the board: the conversation is just getting started, and St. Johns County wants to get it right before setting policy.
All right. So it sounds like we don't really have any scheduled, but she's just trying to get a little bit ahead of it, and it looks like the staff's doing it the proper way. I don't know enough about it to know.
Yeah.
And all these businesses that come in promise the world, and they promise filet mignon and caviar, and we usually get sliders with potato chips.
With Wagyu burgers.
Yeah. Instead, we get the frozen burgers from Publix.
100%. I mean, the only thing I really know about this issue is who is making the arguments that are being made here, and what side of the issues they typically fall on. And so that's the only thing I really know, is where this issue tends to fall along party lines, along conservation and climate change awareness lines. She's making the arguments that typically fall to the left of those arguments. And so that's all I really know about the issue.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see what they find out. So.
Something new is coming, and it's not a data center.
Yes.
The names today.
Yeah.
All right. Desi Chaurasta opens first Florida location
That's
in
an
St.
easy
John's with a 160-item menu. I practiced that name
You can
the
sound it out.
whole drive here. St. John's, A brand new dining experience has arrived in St. Johns County, and it's bringing flavors of the Indian subcontinent straight to Racetrack Road. Desi Chaurasta is now open at 4590 Racetrack Road in the Shops at Racetrack Road Shopping Center, marking the restaurant chain's debut in the state of Florida. Founded in Texas in 2022, Desi Chaurasta has grown to 21 franchise locations across the country, and St. Johns County is its first Florida home. The menu is expansive, featuring more than 160 items inspired by authentic street food and regional cuisine from across South Asia and into the Middle East. Think biryanis, marsalas, dosas, tiffins, and Iranian chai tea, all served in a fast casual format that combines the convenience of counter service with a comfortable sit-down atmosphere. So what's the name mean? Desi is the word used to describe the people, cultures, and products of the Indian subcontinent and its diaspora, and Chaurasta refers to the intersection of four streets, a casual gathering spot deeply rooted in Indian culture. Together, the name captures the spirit of a place where community comes together over great food. The St. Johns County location spans 3,650 square feet and was constructed for $350,000. The opening adds to a quietly growing fast casual Indian food scene in the Northeast Florida, joining Tika Bowls and Tacos in the Fountains in St. John's and Curry Guys in Jacksonville's Five Points neighborhood. Desi Chaurasta is open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. How many times did I say Desi Chaurasta today?
Yeah, but you said it right every time.
I tried.
As far as we know.
As far as we know.
But so it's Indian fast food? Is that what it sounds
Yes.
like? So, all right.
It's
so they got the
Indian
butter
fast
chicken
casual
and
food.
Okay. All right.
So.
Yeah, I will have to try them out
All right.
because my Indian family takes good care of me on my cravings of Indian food.
All right.
So I'm sure it won't be as good as homemade, but we're gonna try it out.
They're open daily, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay. All right.
Great
It is a little north of where I'm normally travel.
I know. You're going to have to get your passport.
Yeah, I'll have to get it going. So, but that's good to have a different variety.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had anything like that. So,
All right.
cool.
Trey, how do you want to check the comments?
On this Hoey Bees
Who are
day,
you calling a hoe?
Hoey Bees, Hoey
The bees.
Bees. It's evidently Tagalog, Filipino
Okay.
for Thursday,
All right.
according to Bobby. Bobby, I trust you way too much. You can pretty much.
Get him
I
to
feel-
say anything.
I feel like Ron Burgundy here when you put stuff in there. I will thoughtfully and thoroughly go through the thoughts offered by our watchers.
A thoughtfully thorough go-through is brought to you by BNS Signs. For over 50 years, family-owned BNS Signs has been the trusted name in signage across St. Augustine and the surrounding area. From vinyl lettering to large pylon signs, BNS Signs does it all, backed by fast installation, expert crane service, and reliable repair and maintenance to keep signs looking their best. Named Business of the Year for 2025, BNS Signs is known for quality craftsmanship and top-level service. Make a lasting impression with BNS Signs. Visit bnssigns.com because when it comes to signs, they do it all. Troy, give us comments.
All right, Costco and Buc-ee's are at $4.24. The other ones are at oh shit. Ormond's at $4.58. Riverside, Iowa.
Yeah,
You know Riverside, Iowa?
of course.
Okay.
They made fun of my accent.
Yeah. The future home.
Yeah.
The future home of James T. Kirk. People are a little concerned about the orgies.
You should be.
And I did see someone did not know what swamp ass is. Would you guys like a definition, or are we good with it?
Give us the scientific definition.
The scientific definition is that bead of sweat that happens at the top of your butt crack as soon as you go outside. When that happens, it's swamp ass hot.
There it is.
I mean, it's not me. It's science.
It's science.
It's science. It's not me. It's science. I mean, I did not go to meteorology school to learn that.
No, you lived it, man.
I did not go there.
You lived it.
Yeah.
That's learned experience.
You don't
Lived
get that
experience.
from Mike Bursch.
Start him, stop,
He's
please.
a great guy, by the way. Wonderful
He
man.
is a great guy.
Yeah. So, but he can't say that on his show. All right, Stoidem stat. On this day, 1945, huge day, 1945 in Northeast France, in Reims, Northeast France, the Germans surrendered.
Okay.
And they only wanted to surrender on this front, on the Eastern Front, and Eisenhower's like, nope, unconditional surrender, both fronts, or I'm going to just let the Russians keep going.
I'm going to release the Marines.
No, the Russians, the Russians
yeah.
were on a tear at that time.
They were very angry.
And they were angry, and at that point, the Germans signed their unconditional surrender on this day in 1945. Huge day. So,
Awesome. 2 Germany stories today.
Yeah.
Interesting.
yeah.
That's Totem Stop brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue. Craving real Southern barbecue? Sonny's Barbecue, located at 2720 State Road 16 in St. Augustine, serves up slow smoked favorites made to satisfy. Start with crowd pleasers like barbecue pork egg rolls, smoked wings, or crispy corn nuggets. Then dig into their tender baby back ribs, or try one of the Pitmaster's picks with all the classic sides, including that famous garlic bread. And no visit is complete without Sonny's signature sweet tea. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since 1968. Plugs, Troy.
All right. It is. We have Bollocks tonight, and we should have some really fun stories going on with Bollocks. We do have the sheriff in tomorrow. That's why we stayed away from some of the updates on some of the sheriff department stuff with the shooting that took place out on Crescent Beach. We had some information on it, but we're gonna get it straight from the sheriff.
We can tell you, or we can let the sheriff tell you.
Yeah, it sound. He's gonna be more accurate.
More accurate.
Accurate. Yeah.
And a higher word count.
Yes, and it seems like there's a lot of people that have been in a lot of different places and felt touristy in a lot of different places, and it is National Tourist Day, so be nice to the tourists because we do want them to go home
We do want them to go home after leaving lots of
and come back and visit again, leave lots of money, come back and visit again, go home. Yeah. So.
Plugs, Blake.
Yeah, if you want to help support the Now for Now bringing podcast to our studio, you can always contact me at BlakeNowForNow@gmail.com.
Awesome. Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube and Rumble. We got Bollocks tonight. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.